Now, let's get something straight, you bum bitch.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you something straight off the motherfucking press. I ain't coming for no foolishness.
And we're here in Arizona, which is the worst state in the union by far. There is no comparison. There is nothing worse than Arizona. It's a great place to be when you're 23 and you're trying to fuck or whatever. I don't know. But, I mean, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I've had fun. The shows are fun. The crowds are fun. But the crowds they also feel like it's like, you know, you gotta, if you lose them for a minute, you know, God only knows what happens here. God only knows what. People are just screaming. People are yelling and screaming. It is truly an embarrassment, the state of Arizona. There's just no other way to put it. You know, the owner of the club was like, I'm staying in this place, Peoria. The owner of the club's like, oh, you're staying in Peoria. What are you doing? And I'm like, buddy, the whole fucking state should be firebombed. What are you, out of your fucking mind? You think you have an estate in the Pacific Palisades? You're on the surface of Mars here, and everybody's a retard. So what does it fucking matter where I am? The whole place is shit. It's irredeemable. One of your best restaurants in Phoenix has fried bread. It's called the Fry Bread House. And they take refried beans and put it on fry bread. It's disgusting. I've really had it with the West. I really have. The country shot. I drove from Utah to fucking Arizona. I'm sick of the red clay canyons. And here's the general store. I'm sick of that hokey horse shit, frontier town crap. It's enough already. Grow the fuck up. I'm sick of it. Give it back to the Indians. Give it back to them, the Native Americans. My apologies. But the country's shot. It's disgusting. The Grand Canyon. We passed that. Looks the same as it did when I was a kid. It's disgusting. Do something else. It's just enough already with these. And of course, I'm with this 24-year-old who's opening for me, who I love, but he's an idiot. So, I mean, he's like, oh, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it nice? You stop. It's not nice, and it's not beautiful. Civilization is beautiful. People working is beautiful. Not rock formations. Get out of the national parks, please. You know, it's beautiful. Families, progress. That's beautiful. Not a red clay rock formation that looks like somewhere aliens land and face fuck you. Oh, Zion National Park is so beautiful. Yeah, it's great. Can you get me to Arizona, please, so I could perform for these fry bread heads? So I get the fuck out of here.
For a late show, you guys are such pussies, this audience. For a late show, you really suck. You really do. It's an uptight WeWork energy in here, like a cunty, shitty HR WeWork. Elizabeth Warren's gonna lose again, you dumb cunts. Energy here, she's gonna. And that's what it feels like, a little bit. Not all of you, but the majority of you, you know? WeWork, you don't. I tweet ISIS WeWork locations all day. I'm like, they are disrespecting the prophet on Bleecker, I think. I'm kidding. Well, see, this is why you're pussies. I made a joke, and you guys go, that's a pussy, stupid thing for a group of grown-ups to do on midnight in a basement. It's a dumb thing to do. You know what I mean? Trump is going to win the next 9 terms because you're all pussies. That's the problem. You all suck so much as people, you know? Really, as human beings. Oh no! He made a joke at the show that's jokes! I hope they don't kill themselves after the show. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to kill yourself in your car because a fat guy yelled at you? You're going to blow your brains out before you go on the Tappan Bridge to Sleepy Hollow, wherever the fuck you shitty people come from. You probably live here now because this is a big fucking mall. This city's disgusting. You want Jimmy Fallon up here. That's what you want. You want Jimmy Fallon doing jokes with Muppets. That's what Jimmy Fallon does. He plays checkers with Miss Piggy, and he's coked out of his head, and they chain him to that desk so he doesn't bite someone's tit, and they have that lawsuit again. That's the entertainment you guys deserve. It really is. That's what this country deserves. That's what you deserve. You deserve Ellen dancing with Bush and Abu Ghraib, choking people and chloroforming people. Fuck Ellen. Fuck Ellen. She sucks. You basic bitch pieces of shit. She sucks. She sucks. Everything you like sucks.
How embarrassing is it? You're living in the heyday of leftist, not really leftist, but more liberal non-comedy. You're living in that heyday. If you couldn't make a buck sucking now, you'll never make a buck. You didn't even have to be funny. You just had to go fucking show up at Stephen Colbert's office and fucking, I don't even know, claim to be an Eskimo on your mother's side and write 9 horrible monologue jokes, and you got $3,500 a week. Hey, Christ almighty with these people. You can't make $1 in comedy now? You don't even have to be good. If you're a woman and you don't own 4 houses as a comedian right now, kill yourself! You dumb cunt. You should own 9 houses. If you are a minority and haven't gotten a set on Conan, hang it up. Hang it up. Okay? And if you're a funny white guy and you can't scratch together a couple thou on a Patreon to pay the rent, you ain't a funny white guy. Clean it up. Get it out. Enough with the whining. If you are a funny white guy that's being ignored by the business and you can't scratch up a couple of G's on Patreon, you can't scratch up a few friends, then it's time to put the horns on and go to the Capitol, because you're living in a gold rush of shit. Everything they make is shit. So now you can do something good. It's childish. We can officially count his show among the most dangerous propaganda outlets in the country. By the way, guarantee that person has a podcast that's not doing well. Anyone that's really mad at this, let's really unpack the problem. By the way, all of these people have been told. Let's break this down for a minute. You know I never talk about comedy, but let me get in here for a minute. Comedy is a haven for the mentally ill. There is actually very little comedy. The majority of comedy and comedians are mentally ill people. They're sick, including me. The difference is that I'm funny. You see, if I was sick and not funny, I'd be angry. And many of these people are in trouble. And then I would look at funny people and look at successful people, and I'd be in a blind rage, which is where these people live. They've wasted their entire life. I hate using a hack example. And I'm going to use a dumb hack example again that I've used a million times. But if I showed up every day to Ford Modeling Agency, someone there would have to sit me down and go, explain to us why you think this is going to work. Explain to us what you're seeing in the world that makes you think that we want a blotchy, overweight Irishman in any of our ads. We want Mediterranean muscle, baby. Black, white, whatever, don't care. Why do you think this is going to work? Nowhere in our do we want redness, occasional redness, unexplained redness. I don't even know why it happens. I just get red in parts of my body. My skin, my emotions bleed out of my skin. These people are going to Ford Modeling it. And I don't even know who this is. And I'm sure they're not a horrible person and whatever. I don't care. This is not like beefs and feuds. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe they are funny. No. But let's not leave this up. I don't want to.
I did stand up for the second time at Whitney Cummings' house.
Whitney Cummings had a stand-up comedy show in her driveway or her basketball court, really her driveway area. And it was a lot of fun. Whitney knows all these influencers, like these Instagram Is the proper term hose? Probably not. I'm kidding, ladies. But these Instagram well, the teats are out. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not influencing people to go to school. They're not doing a lot of adult literacy programs, from my understanding. I'm sure they have many philanthropic endeavors. But it's not my demo, really. I like a working class family from outside of Philly. I like a working class family from outside of Philly that begrudgingly has to sit in a car together for 25 minutes. Everyone's smoking cigarettes, including the dog, on the way to the show. Angry people. And then a lot of other comedians get up there and they're like, that day, have you ever been? And the crowd's like, hey, we're Instagram influencers. We think with our tits. What are you doing here? Can you fucking talk to us? Can you fucking, I don't know who these people, Olivia Munn, I don't even know who these people are. Kesha? What's that? What's a Kesha? I don't even know what that is. Is that like shakshuka? Is that a dish? Who is this Kesha? She said hello. She goes, I'm Kesha. Like, I'm going to turn around and go, I'm a huge fan. She said that to me. I had a peach in my hand. And I go, do you think this is ripe? And I was hitting it on the counter. She's a singer, apparently. She did that song, TikTok. TikTok. That was the song of every fat, freckled Irish beast woman who will still put it on Facebook and be like, remember Fridays in college at SUNY New Paltz with my girls? TikTok, you know. It was every fat slob's theme song who was trying to get a cock in their ass at 3 a.m. at a SUNY school in New York. Freckled Irish beast women would listen to that song. That is what you've inspired, Kesha, yes or yes. That is what you have done. That is what you're, yes, you want hot people dancing to your music, but it ain't. That's not the case. You know who loves that song? Me in a wig. Me in a wig. And they'll still put it up on Facebook. And they go, hey, this was a song from me and my girls. Remember, girls? And they tag all the other fucking hot air balloons that they went to a SUNY school with. These fucking boats that they went to school with. I'm tagging all my girls. And then you click on the women that they've tagged, and it's just someone whose face is like, you know, the fat woman Instagram shot? I've done it many times. It's from up here. Up here, tilted head. That's fat woman Instagram. Up here, tilted head. You don't know what's going on beneath my head. I bet it's hot, though. I bet it's a cauldron of pussy juice. You know, so I get on the phone. Well, of course, her name's Tracy. Every realtor's name is Tracy, okay? Tracy is either the name of a porn star or a realtor, okay? And the real estate porn is much more reputable. So I get on the phone with this woman, and she's like, hey, Tim, how are you? And I'm like, good. And she's like, let me tell you something right now. This market in Malibu, it's a real knife fight. It's a real knife fight down here in Malibu. I don't care what the government's saying. People are snatching up properties left and right. So I'm just letting you know what it is. She's like, right. She goes, I'll send you some options. She goes, this could be your summer of love. It's a whole different world out here, Tim. It's a whole different world. She's like cracked out of her face. She's coked out. Her husband's fucking her assistant. She's like, Tim, it's a real knife fight here in Malibu. I haven't felt since I found out my husband fucked my sister last Christmas. It's a real knife fight here in Malibu. The only thing I ate last week was Adderall and grapefruit juice. It's a real knife fight. Come armed or not. It's a knife fight here in Malibu. My son thinks he's a woman. It's a knife fight. Take the blades out and get cut. Someone's getting cut. My name is Tracy, and I'm a real estate agent, and you can't take that away from me. You could take everything. My fat sister and her husband in Ohio, those 3 disgusting kids. She's beat cancer 3 fucking times. They're so happy in their above ground pool with their poverty. But she doesn't understand. I get in that white Jaguar, license plate says sold, and I drive down to PCH and I say it's a knife fight. It's a goddamn knife fight. Are you ready? Like, not really. I'm not really. I don't, Tracy, you seem a bit intense. Yeah. I feel like I'm not really ready for this, sword fight? I'm not ready for it.